welcome back to part 3 of the Great Italian Conquest. And so, yeah, we're going to get started today. I think we're going to prepare for the invasion on Slovakia and then Poland. So, very, very exciting times. And in terms of an update about how all of our cities are going, we've got another troop that's free in Linz now because the morale has reached a sufficient level, which is really, really nice. So now we've got, where is that troop waiting? Hang on. Oh, it's just waiting there. Okay, so yeah, we've got a lot of troops then. So basically, I think I'm going to make 2 stacks. And yeah, we're going to start hitting Poland and Slovakia. So yeah, let's begin, because all of our infantry are max health. Our combat recon are almost max health, but to be honest, I think for time's sake, we're gonna get on and invade now. We're gonna leave the towed artillery there for another day just to recover. So here we go. Let's make a stack of 8, and we're going to hit. Actually, no. We're gonna hit Poland first with the big stack, because that will make sense. Because basically, I could use the artillery once it's recovered to hit Bratislava. So there's no real point in going for that with the big stack. So here we go. We're going to go for Wrocław, and we are well aware that it will declare war against Poland. And yet, so sort of split the troops up a bit. So we will have. I don't know whether I should have gone for 7 actually, but what I might do is bring maybe. I think we might need to mobilise more troops anyway. But let's just have a check of the progress. So the naval base is still under construction. We've got a level 3 arms industry coming in. I think we're going to need more in terms of supplies. Let's go for a level 3 arms industry. Yeah, I think it is pretty essential. And in terms of these, it's really, really expensive to build a level 5 arms industry. So I'm very reluctant to do that at this stage. I think potentially we might want some more rare materials. So I am definitely going to upgrade Innsbruck. And then these 2 as well will be super, super important, I think. We'll go for level 3. I don't think level 4 is quite necessary. We've just got the hospitals. And I tell you what, instead of the hospital, I am going to get the airbase repaired, and then I'll go back to the hospital, because I do need the helicopters, because it will shortly be done now, I think. Mobilisation time, yeah, 7 hours. I'll be able to get the gunship helicopters up there to get rid of any infantry lurking about. I just want to check the market for any available fuel and electronics. Nothing that's available for a reasonable price. So it's a bit of a shame, but you know, oh well. And yeah, so I suppose the plan will be to hit Poland. And yeah, they still haven't built up at all. They've obviously still attacking Kiel, which makes you think they're inactive, because they must know that all the troops are gone now. Really, if they were online, they would know that. So yeah, and that's the situation with Fat Tony still. We've got Spain, who has attacked Gibraltar, so has declared war on the UK, and is not really doing much else. So that is interesting. We have this little bit of segment that's been taken from Egypt, so that might show some intention of a war. That's interesting. And in terms of who Serbia's at war with, Serbia's gone for strike fighters, which is very good, because I probably won't be going for that build this game. Strike fighters are very good, but I think it's probably not where I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the gunship helicopters and attack helicopters for the armoured vehicles. Yeah, because I think I can really, with these sorts of players, I think, as many of them are not great, apart from Brazil. I'm really worried about the threat from Brazil and maybe Russia a little bit. I think I can definitely take down Russia, but yeah, look at that. So we've got a real mix of forces. And so hopefully, yeah, I might need to just keep an eye on them throughout the course of the game. Because look, they are leading by quite some way now. And Venezuela as well is in the same coalition. So really, it's very likely that we're going to have problems with them. Venezuela, let's have a look at them. Oh yes, so they know what they're doing as well, I think. Yeah, so they've got level 2 naval base. Yeah, they do know what they're doing, unfortunately. Oh yes, and I suppose my European allies aren't quite the same standard. Serbia's pretty up there. Let's have a look at Serbia, but Serbia obviously did start with fewer homeland cities, but yeah, not bad. But yeah, it will be interesting to see the course of the game. I don't know whether I'll be able to handle it or not. So what I'm going to do, everybody, is come back when these infantry arrive, and then we're going to hit Bratislava, the towed artillery. Because I think it should be pretty much recovered then. Enemies destroyed 7, that's very nice. Yeah, so I'll come back for that. Hello everyone, we're back. And now, so in terms of a little update, mini update, the Recon Division is on its way to Wrocław and hasn't encountered any troops yet. And the rest of the stack in Vienna is now ready to move as well. So I think in terms of my strategy, I'm going to go this stack to Wrocław, then Szczecin, and then I'm going to probably, with the other stack, go to Krakow, Warsaw, and Lublin, or Lublin, even. So yeah, we're going to send this to Krakow now. We have officially declared war on Poland, and yeah, so we've conquered the territory. We've got the arms industry in Naples, which is very, very nice. We've got a good, more decent electronics production now. And I will be looking at increasing the supply, sort of my economy, really. In terms of the news with what's going on, there's been some action. So we've had Morocco, who is now pushing into Algeria, which is really, really good news for me, because obviously Egypt and Algeria are at war, and then potentially, because we had Egypt take one of Libya's lands, they're at war. So that's really good news to me. So their attention is not going to be on attacking me. So really, that makes me think that I can probably move all my infantry, to be honest, because by the time, yeah, I mean, it is still going to be a couple of days waiting for fuel. I should probably try and purchase some fuel if there is any available, or buy that, but that's not really full fuel is going to hardly make a difference. In terms of electronics, though, you can buy the little parts, because I do have excess cash, so, and a lack of resources, really. So, and in terms of the research as well, I should probably look at keeping up with the research. I think the engine upgrade is going to be pretty useful. The cruiser can't be upgraded for a little while, but we've also got the gunship helicopter upgrade as well. I think it might be worth just maybe doing the gunship helicopter upgrade or the infantry upgrade. Oh, it's a hard one. I'm just trying to think. So the second you get portable air defense, does it increase the attack otherwise? It does actually by quite a significant amount, just by doing just general attack as well as the air defense. So yeah, so actually I'm going to prioritize the infantry purely because I've got much more of them around, and I haven't really got any helicopters. So what I'm going to do now is let's calculate how many I need, because I don't want to be buying any more mirror materials that I need, because it is very expensive. 595, so 405 I'm going to buy. Exactly. Fantastic. So we're going to get that underway, and so they will move faster. Oh no, that is what upgrades their attack rating. Oh, brilliant! So I don't actually need to sort of, yeah, because it doesn't really make any difference. That I don't think, does it? In this upgrade, 2.5. Then yeah, no, it doesn't. So there we go. I figured that out. Fantastic. In terms of also doing this, I mean that's possible as well. I might be able to also do that, but I feel like maybe getting the resources underway is probably a bigger priority than going a bit overboard with the research. So let's prioritize the fuel and electronics. Where's the rare materials? Here we go. Yeah, so that's already underway. I'm not going to build any arms industries in the cash city because it just feels a bit pointless, I think. Yeah. Sorry, it's definitely a difficult situation. We have Serbia taking Slovakia, which is absolutely fine because I can just move into Poland. And to be honest, I'd rather do that. Let Serbia sort of expand out that in that way, because then it will also make them more likely to deal with Romania. I mean, I'm hoping that's what they're going to do. Although it does seem that they have right of way, because interestingly, they've got this pocket of land here amongst Romania's land. So I don't know whether they're actually going to go to war with Romania or what. But it seems like they do have a deal because they're obviously not at war with them. So it will be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, still nothing built, to be honest. The United Kingdom, wow. So really, they didn't build anything. So that's why they certainly don't have a chance, really. So the threat from the UK is not that significant. It is Fat Tony's birthday today of recording, not when this video uploads. I'm gonna take the risk, you know. I'm gonna send this troop up just to conquer the lands. I don't think it's needed down there, and I'm also gonna send this one up as well. Oh, actually, no, because that's quite likely. I think we don't want to get too complacent. But in terms of getting this troop to recover, it would be beneficial to have it at the hospital, which is very nearly finished. So that's really good. We've got the towed artillery as well, which is going to hit Krakow before we go in, because it is a slightly smaller stack, I suppose. So yeah. So actually, it might make sense to join at Krakow. I think it's better to ensure the survivability of the stack rather than conquer the lands with it. I think that is the most sensible thing to do. And then, we can also use this troop in Prague once that's finished to clear up the lands anyway. So there you go. Exciting time. So yeah, and in terms of our progress on the leaderboard, we've dropped down a little bit, but we've taken time to recover. Brazil is still storming ahead. Brazil is definitely becoming, and Venezuela as well, both of those are becoming more and more of a threat. We've got lots of high-level buildings being constructed, high-level army bases. They do know certainly what they're doing, it seems. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. And potentially, I might have to reassess who I'm sort of in an alliance with. If Tony's not going to be active, if Germany's not going to be active, it's a waste of 2 coalition members. So I might get rid of them. Spain has taken Gibraltar, but nothing else. So they might also not be the greatest ally. So we'll see. So yeah. Alrighty, everyone. So we're now back, and we have seized Wroclaw, and we did so without any casualties, which is really, really cool. There were no troops there, which is a really, really exciting news. Yeah, so that was very cool. Oh, we have the current action of Strike Squadron attacking Lviv for the insurgencies. That is interesting. And we have Poland, though, moving their armies forward. Germany's going to withdraw from the coalition. Okay, they're getting dangerously close to our lands. So what I will do is get my helicopter gunship out, and I will put an end to that. And yeah, because in terms of the damage to infantry, 7, a whopping 7, and the damage to the helicopter is 0.6. So in, what is it, 3 hits, it'll be destroyed. So that is really, really cool. So overnight, that will be taken out. And yeah, I just think these little runners on their own are really vulnerable. Going to be really easy for me to pick out with my gunship helicopter, which is really, really nice. So in terms of the resources then that we have, we're running a little bit low, but I think that'll soon change because yeah, we're going to obviously start our invasion. And what I will do is delay this so that it will start moving when the morale, because it will go to 35% in, let's say, 2 hours. Yeah, that'll be good. So it will defend from any insurgency attack for now, up until the morale change, and it will obviously, as it is rising, it will go above 35% by tomorrow, and then it will defend Wroclaw whilst this stack does its work and goes to, wow, they're only just building arms industries. Shows that they're a little bit of a disorganized player, to be perfectly honest. So now, yeah, we will start the invasion on Szczecin, which will happen at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we won't be able to quite cover that, unfortunately. Yes, so very exciting times, to be honest. And yeah, so in terms of my economy, it is coming along. Definitely the cash situation is going better. Because Wroclaw, resources, Wroclaw. Okay, another component city, which isn't so helpful for us, to be honest. Yeah, not so helpful because we need probably more electronics and fuel. That's the main resources that I need. But yeah, we do have obviously all the homeland cities that are progressing. I think potentially might need to upgrade Rome at some point because I will need more rare materials. That. So I don't know whether to do it now. I could do it now. Let's do it now. What's holding me back after all? Probably forgotten something there. but yeah, no, it's really going to be really important because 2,000 a day is not really that much. It's really, and I'd like to keep up the research, everything up to date, and obviously the cruisers as well are going to be coming through. So the level 4 naval base has began construction. Construction has begun on that, which is very, very, very cool. And yes, obviously this stack is going to be hitting Krakow as well. So really exciting times, and looks like it's going to be a pretty clean sweep, really, because it seems like all of Poland's infantry is very dispersed. Oh, okay. Now, what I did forget was the lack of fuel I have, and the fact I need an airbase in Vienna in order to defend from Poland. Yeah, so that'll need to be addressed. But in terms of what Tony is doing, he will be free in the next couple of days, apparently. It's his 21st birthday today, so it's perfectly fair enough that he hasn't been on today. I'm sure we can let him off the hook for that. Yeah, so what I will do is keep on updating you, and I will see you later for more. Hello, fellow commanders. So we've had tons of action going on here. We've got 27 new events that we have woken up to, which is insane. So what was going on was we had a motorised infantry here, and as the gunship is waiting, that has been destroyed, because what I didn't want to happen was for them to get to my unprotected occupied cities. And so what I will look at doing is getting an infantry to push back, because it does leave me really vulnerable, because I don't want all infantry to have to defend all of these individual cities, which is actually what really made me quite concerned about this infantry coming down here, because I hadn't had the airbase, which is now under construction, thank goodness, established in Vienna. I couldn't hit that with anything other than the air superiority fighter, which, okay, it seems to have hit it a few times. And so what I had to do was Russian infantry to Linz in defence, because it does have an arms industry there, and is very important for my economy, so I couldn't risk losing that. And so also we've successfully conquered Szczecin, which is really, really good news. And okay, so what I think will be interesting to see is what the infantry is doing. But let's have a look at the events. Gunship squadron, enemy defeated. Very, very nice. Defeated the infantry battalion. Very, very cool. Arms industry completed in Milan and Graz. Fantastic. Linz taking damage. Receive supplies from Szczecin. Very, very nice. Territory conquered. So they had no troops there in Szczecin either, which is just ridiculous. The fact that they didn't think to train any more troops, which I'm not complaining about, obviously. 7th Recon Division, enemy defeated. Fantastic. That's this one. So we can definitely go into Krakow now, I think, for sure. So what I'm going to do is move all of them to attack Krakow, which is brilliant news. We've got this troop recovering in Vienna still. And in terms of the fuel supply, not looking great. So what I'm going to do is add a sell offer for fuel, as I'm pretty desperate. So a buy offer even, or I buy fuel for a rate of, so we want 1,000 fuel, 1,500 maybe even, yeah, for a rate of, want better than 5, don't we? 7, 1,200 for a rate of 7, yeah, because I do need some cash obviously to do some things. That's a very good rate. I might just drop it. Quite high. No, actually. I think we'll drop the amount. I don't think I need that much. But I want someone to actually to buy it off me. So to accept the deal even. And whilst it is pretty good production, I've still got none of it. I don't know how. I think it's because of these armed industries as well that I'm establishing. And so yeah, it'd be interesting to see where this infantry is at, because I'd like to move this troop off of Prague and move it onto Wrocław, because that has luckily not been taken by insurgencies, because I had to keep it in Prague because I was concerned that we would have an invasion of Linz from Poland. so I had to rush it over, and so it's gone down in HP because I had to rush it over. And yeah, we'll have to watch my back. It's been very intense on the northern front line with Poland, but it's been very successful as well. And where are we on the leaderboard? We are in 4th. So yeah, we've been making really, really good progress. Kazakhstan has rose up the ranks as well. Wow. I was not expecting Kazakhstan to launch that scale of an invasion on Russia. That means they would have had to brought troops all the way around to get to Rostov-on-Don. Okay, so they are going to be quite a good player, actually. Ranked 49. Let's have a look at their stats. Okay, they're extremely good. We want them on our team, that's for sure. I will get into communication with Kazakhstan, that is for sure. But yeah, they look like they know what they're doing. They've got high-level arms industries, lots of cities, and yeah, taking Russia out, which is, you know, I suppose a really smart move for them. Wow, exciting times. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is hit Krakow there. I don't know whether to go back on myself or to hit all the. I think hitting all the homeland cities is going to be the wise thing to do, because they still have got supplies production. They've got supplies of all the resources that they need to survive as a nation. I'm going to take the risk and leave 1 infantry there to defend. I don't think it needs any more, to be honest. Attacking unknown army. It's a bit. I'd like to know what's there and whether, you know, the location of it, to be honest. Can I patrol it instead? I don't think I'm gonna get much sort of in the way of communication about what's there, really, to be honest. But it's worth the risk. So, and also, the level 4 naval base is almost finished, so I need my supplies up because I'd like to get some cruisers started. And interesting, so we've got Morocco still going in. Spain is just looking a bit of a lackluster ally. Renault Gan 12 looks like a solo player. I think I'd like to recruit them to the team or like make an alliance with them in some way. But I will most certainly come up against them if they've taken Russia, so I will communicate with them. And yeah, God, it looks like there's quite a few good players in this match. Oh, and we have Egypt going hard into Libya. Well, I mean, they've only taken some districts, but still, it does seem to be a bit more heated, which is great for me because it gives me time to establish some sort of a defence of my coastal cities. Here we go, unknown army, which looks like it is situated there. It doesn't look like it's going. Maybe they retreated after seeing there was troops in Linz to defend. We obviously can't quite tell how many troops there are, but it's hit it a few times because the hits in the infantry are 2, so I reckon it's weak. It's definitely weak and wouldn't win the battle against any of these. So I'm debating whether to, because I want Roclaw to stand, but it could be an unnecessary risk to send something over there. Goodness, my rare materials production is not good, but it still be improving. But okay, I do need to get it up a bit, and my components as well. I need to keep an eye on. I do think I do need to train more infantry to sort of secure this part. I can't have them going into me or Fat Tony. So, oh, here we go. We're attacking. 14 seconds. Let's see what the outcome of that is. Probably just damage. I'm assuming I don't think it will kill it. Don't think it's a tactic quite enough to do that. If it does kill it, that would be fabulous, but I don't think that's happening. No, engaged. And took more damage. So tempting just to go in and get rid of it, but no, it's not the right thing to do. I would take a lot more damage than would be necessary to get rid of it. So yes, I suppose that is it for this part, but I will certainly keep you posted. We're on day 7, and here we are, Italy. Obviously, let me know my strategy at this stage. You could go many, many different ways, clearly. But I do think I need to establish dominance here, because I can't have this sort of roaming, this land that everybody else has. You've got Germany leaving the coalition, which is not great. So I will need to think about addressing that. But hopefully I'm going to go into communication with Kazakhstan and see what happens with them. Okay, I will see you back soon for more, everybody. Hello, fellow commanders. We are now back for the final part of this video. And so lots has happened. So I'm in a really tough spot, to be honest, because all of this land, Poland's gotten really, really close to both my border and Fat Tony's border. And so I'm in a really difficult situation where I've had to set my gunship squadron to its, wow, look at it, it's been absolutely battered. But, yeah, it has defended pretty well, I'm pretty sure. Let's just check. I haven't actually looked at this. So, day 7. So the recon division, enemy defeated in Gdansk. Very, very nice. Gunship squadron. Libya has declared war against you. Oh my goodness gracious me. That is not good news. Why on earth has Libya declared war against me? They are at war with Egypt at the moment. Oh goodness. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is not good. This is not good. And yes, we had the fighter squadron as well. 5th fighter squadron. Is that it? Yeah, so that must have defeated the troop in Sesk Budajevis. So, there we go. Taking damage, but it must have eliminated it there. There we go. Very nice. Oh no, that was. It must have happened because it's not engaged anymore. There we go. 5th Fighter Squadron. But so we have successfully taken Gdansk as well, which is really, really good. Then the gunship squadron has taken damage from the recon battalion. And so I believe the gunship squadron has only killed 1 troop in the stack. It hasn't actually killed the recon vehicle. And so that was hit there. The recon battalion was there. So we got a troop down. And so I'm in a difficult situation where I think this needs to recover, regardless. But I'm very cautious now because there's obviously the threat from Libya. But why on earth has Libya declared war on me when, quite frankly, they're at war with Egypt? It's a mad decision for them to have made. Yeah, goodness gracious. Luckily, I don't have any naval forces, but even land troops, I could be really vulnerable, to be honest. And I did know that I was taking this risk, launching all these troops up here, which has, to be honest, worked very much in my favour. Is that a heavy bomber? Interesting. It's got the heavy bomber sign. Interesting. Yeah. So what I'm going to do about that is, obviously the naval base is going to start, so we've got some cruisers starting. But I think I might have to train some more infantry or do something. The gunship heli, in terms of managing Poland, I think the recon battalion won't be too much of a problem. I will just keep very active on the game. I've got the air superiority fighter as well to help out, and if needs be, I think I could probably knock the stack down before it hits either begins or burn. I mean, to be honest, it wouldn't be the absolute end of the world if I lost one of those, because I don't have any arms industries there, thank goodness. So yeah, it's getting tense. It's getting very tense, and I think I will push Poland back there. Because I don't think they're there anymore, because I have got a troop out of it. But I just need the peace of mind that they're not going to come out of there, to be honest. Oh, yes, it has certainly heated up. But I'm really pleased that this campaign has gone. It's been really successful. So, in terms of. So they're bombing Warsaw, the capital. So they'll be toast once that's bombed, which would be fantastic. Prague. Just debating. Okay, so Roclaw has. I've been very fortunate, and that has. There's been no insurgencies. They didn't decide to rebel, despite the morale being extremely low, but it is increasing. So I think the chances of it going look sort of, I don't know, could be 50-50. It could happen today. I think it can still be a possibility of a rebellion happening tomorrow. So what I might do is just move that up there. I don't think it's worth the risk. And I think this infantry will just hopefully be able to run through without any problems. Don't have any air coverage. I was hoping to have a bit more air coverage, but I think my economy is really strong. I am the third largest economy. I'll just show you in terms of the stats. Yeah, look at this. World's largest economies. So above Brazil, the United States. Oh, and another interesting development which I haven't told you about is, look at this. Russia has been obliterated by Kazakhstan. So they have taken the vast majority of their homeland cities. Look at that. Just totally. I don't really know how they managed to do that. Just take the city and not any of the land around it. But look at that. Volgograd, Rostov-on-Don. It's just, it's insane. It is insane. So, yeah, really exciting news. So what I have done, because I thought, you know, if I'm expanding into Eastern Europe, then it's going to be inevitable that I do meet Kazakhstan in the future. And so I've sent some messages, and here we go. So I said, greetings. I said we'd be stronger together. And they are an experienced player as well. Also, I did check their stats, so they are a good player. Mostly thanks. Yes, why not? I'm in search for a great ally, then I would be waiting of Germany to leave your allies. So yes, it looks like they will join, and Germany will leave. Germany is not going to be too much of a problem. I mean, I just hope that they launch those 6 troops against Poland. I think if they just launch against Poland, that'd be really, really nice, because we'll have the right of way status. Blimey, I'm third. Wow, I think, yeah, things have been really changing up very, very quickly. I'm a bit concerned about Libya. I think they might be, as they're not a very experienced player, that presents an even greater risk to me. Because if they're an experienced player, they know that as Egypt is pushing directly into them, they'd want to save all their troops to make sure that Egypt didn't get the better of them. But I think they might, I don't know, if they really just don't have a clue how to play the game, they might just launch their armies at me randomly and just take Rome, for example, just out of the blue. So I'm a little bit concerned. Let me know your thoughts. It's not looking good. And the fact that they just randomly decided to declare war on me, not Algeria, who's right next to them, who's also pushing into them, not, you know, anyone below, but just me. I'm overseas, you know, and everything. So it's a bit worrying. Anyway, let me know how you think I should approach this. It's 11 hours. It's 11 hours, but it's possible that I could speed up the proceeds of this, which actually might be quite essential. I didn't buy the gold, just to clarify. I did win a game, which is my last game, that I was actually able to see through to the end, which is why I didn't actually start recording until I actually knew I'd had the time to sort of see games through to the end, because I was ill and went away and all sorts. There were so many reasons why I lost all the other games, and I was obviously learning as well. So, do we have the electronics? Just about. I think, to be honest, we shouldn't hesitate. I think having the naval coverage is going to be vital for our survival. I'm gonna do it, I think. Oh, oh my goodness! But I didn't think it would do that. Oh my goodness! Right. So we've run into a bit of a difficulty in that I'm gonna have to buy components if I want to starts in about one. Okay, so those are not in need of resources. That means that they won't ultimately be set off. Whilst it's great to have an arms industry going off, I would have rather just to have the electronics to spend on the cruiser. I didn't think about that. And that's why when you make a change, you should always double check. But I didn't. Out of my foolishness, I forgot. So here we go. We're going to get the electronics required for the cruiser. 1,200. That's not that much, actually. So we need 266. Let's get 266 electronics. It's a terrible deal. Absolutely shocking in terms of the price per unit, but needs must. Needs must, everybody. So we're going to do this. Oh, the first cruiser. Well, hey. And look at that damage. 10 on ships. 10 on ships. So I mean, they don't even have a navy. But in terms of a transport unit, it's going to be absolutely obliterated. Which is great news. Obviously, our economy is looking a bit dire now. But I'm hoping that as we're making progress into Poland, that won't be a problem. And yeah, I'm very excited for Kazakhstan to join us in the coalition. So yeah, I think everybody, that is going to bring me to the end of today's video. That's probably the most exciting lot of events. But in terms of what Serbia's doing around conquered ninth, attack the first industry. Oh yeah, so we're attacking infantry in Warsaw. That's the only news. Cool. So I'll wait a while, and then yeah, I'll obviously keep you updated on what happens. So yeah, that's all the big news. But Serbia is getting some strike fighters. That's really, really cool. And they look like they might be planning on going into Greece. Looks like they made a pact with Romania, as they're not at war with them and have right of way clearly. So yeah, that's good. And I think Romania's not going to be a great ally. They haven't built anything at all to build up their cities. Neither was Serbia as well, which I find really odd. They're not great allies, and neither is Spain still, and they're still not doing anything, and they lack ambition really. Could have easily taken Morocco really, as they are being hit by Algeria anyway. So anyway, we will certainly see how it's all going. So yeah, that is going to be all for today, everybody. But of course, do let me know what you think my strategy should be. If you have any recommendations, do you think I should push hard maybe into Eastern Europe, or maybe push even into Africa to prevent the threat of invasion? Let me know your thoughts, everybody. Yeah, the threat of Libya is actually quite concerning due to the inexperience of the player. So yeah, we will see about that. Yeah, and also, just on a side note, if you want to join a Conflict of Nations community, like a mini one, then do be sure to join the Simpsons Tapped Out Lounge Discord server. I know it's not for Conflict of Nations, but it will be. It's now the focus of the server. I just have to keep it that way. The name for now, as yep, for channel reasons, But yeah, that's all. And yeah, so if you want to join games, share sort of tips and tricks with other players, and play together, then do be sure to join. The link to the Discord server is in the link in the description box below. So that's all for today, everybody. But yeah, keep on battling, and I will see you soon for more content in a couple of days' time. Goodbye.